as a nurse, you take pride in making people better, but then 4 of your patients died in one day. It's pretty tough. This is where I went to work. And then when if I have COVID patient, and then we switch into it because you can't bring your uniform home. So my name is Vannthath Man. My nickname is Mitch. I came to the United States when I was about 12. I am 42 now. I work for Inova as a nurse. Inova is a very large healthcare in Northern Virginia. They own 5 hospitals here: Loudoun Hospital, Mount Vernon Hospital, Alexandria Hospital, Fair Oaks Hospital, and the mothership that I normally work at is Fairfax Hospital. And that's, oh my God, I don't have much to, and a lot of stuff is at work, because you don't want to bring any of your supplies with you at home. And then there's my wallet. Here's my name tag. More trusted Sharpies. I grab my little banana. In the morning, it's pretty rushed. 2 or 3 breakfast bar. Grab me a drink. I'm out. Takes me about 15 minutes to get ready, and I eat all this stuff during my drive to work. It takes me about maybe 45 minutes or so to go to work. And that's my breakfast time during my drive. I've been a nurse for 15 years. Nursing is not an easy job, but the pandemic makes it maybe quadruple the toughness being a nurse at that time. Because normally, per se, as an ICU nurse, you take care of 1 to 2 patients. At time when the pandemic hit the epicenter in Alexandria, Mount Vernon, when I was there, at time I was taking care overseas 6 to 8 patients, with 4 or 5 nurses that don't have ICU experience. And that was very, 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 very tough. And sometimes I feel that it was unsafe. Patient was really, really sick. It seems like every time if you are getting ventilated, you're gonna die from it. Successful rate is only about 10% at that time. So you could understand the death rate was pretty high. It was so many that I lost track of how many died. It is very lonely. Lonely for me, lonely for the death one, and lonely for the family who can't see their loved one passing away. And all they have is me. You have mom, you have dad who passed away by themselves. We didn't have the infrastructure for them to see them on videos at that time. We didn't have the infrastructure to bring people in. I just remember one day I came in, I was team lead at that time. I had 4 sick, very, very, very sick COVID patients who were ventilated, and also had multiple high-risk medication. And eventually, by the end of the day, 4 of them passed. That was the lowest part of my career. That day, didn't come home, didn't really tell anybody about it. Went into my little corner when I was a teenager. Sob a little bit, but and then you learn from it, and you said, this is it's just one of the lowest times of my career. And I even talking about right now, I want to tear up a little bit. It was really, really bad. When as a nurse, you take pride in making people better, but then 4 of your patients died in one day. It's pretty tough. I left at a very, very young age, and most of the decision is not my decision, but the decision was from my parents. My parents looked at the country at that time was there was no future for their kids. So they need to get out somehow. There is no future because after all the communists, after the turmoil of the country, there is no future for the kids. Coming to this country at an age of 12 was pretty tough for me. I didn't speak the language. I didn't look the same as them. I didn't dress as them. I can't understand their jokes. I am an outcast when I walked in. And, when the first thing people ask me, what do you want to be? And I never really had any goal of what I want to be, because that's the least of my worries. My worry is to be safe, to get to the United States, to fit in, to get along with everybody, to succeed and to be successful. And I really don't have any plan. I just remember my first outfit that I went into school. My mom bought me this pair of Keds. Keds was cool in my country, and I got these khakis, and I got like a really nice shirt on. And once the minute I walk into school, kids start giggling and laughing because that's not what is being worn here to be cool. They don't match. The color was off. It was a girl's shoes. So I kind of brushed it off. But then it was over and over and over again throughout the year. At certain point in during that year, suicidal thoughts was reoccurring almost weekly for me, because the abuse, the bullying was so bad. I never really opened up to anybody because at a younger age, my parents came here. They also struggle as much as I do. So I dealt with all this stress, daily in the bathroom by myself, crying while I'm taking a shower, or in bed, can't go to sleep because I was crying because I didn't want to go to school the next day. I became a very strong person because of that. And then I also thought, if someone would have helped me at that time, maybe I wouldn't have the suicidal thoughts. Maybe I didn't have to go such a hard time. So that's why I went into the health industry or become a nurse, because I want to help people. I want to get them over the fear when you have surgery. Sometimes you're so scared because you don't know what's going on. By me telling them what's going to happen, teaching them how to cope with anxiety, a lot of time is if you know what's going on, your anxiety comes down. By teaching them how to cope a certain way, how to prepare them to go into surgery, makes them feel at ease, makes me very proud, make me happy to be who I am or what I am.